Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. Vixen the mic. And today, we're going to be going over the raid event, I think it is. Raid boss. So I'll make some teams, high, mid, and low for that. And then we'll do the weekly preview. So, SOULFORGE, Underspire, event key drop table, glory shop, anything else like that. But yeah, I didn't even set up anything here, so give me a second. I'm late. Oh no, I think I pushed the wrong button. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. What else is new, right? Just need a sec. Sorry. Gotta jump into the chat. I gotta put my thumbnail on there, just so you know what I'm doing, I guess. And the laptop's being slow, so I'm kind of waiting for that. But yeah, let's go check out the raid event. Let's go grab our glory shop troop. Yeah, I'm here, Anita. Just a little bit late. Let's go to, oh my god, dude, I keep getting like every freaking call in the world. I'm gonna turn my whole phone off. I'm turning my whole phone off. You ever do that? Turn your whole phone off. Screw you. Potential spam. Potential spam. Quit calling me potential spam. Let's see. Okay, so I need to view my own channel. There you go. Alright, I need to go to the studio. I'll cut this part out for most people. I'll just put a chapter in. I just wanted to get on here so I could be going. And the things you have to do here. Go to the live tab. Go to the stream. On another tab, I'm bringing up the stream. Live tab, come on. And it's loading, loading, loading. So let's go get our stuff, like our rewards here. BBL, Brazilian butt lift. Let's go. Stacy's here, Mark's here. Get all my rewards while I load this, whatever's going on here with my studio that's just blank. Okay, there I am live, so I can at least get the chat going. Hopefully, because sometimes the chat doesn't show up unless I refresh like 50,000 times, which I don't understand. Grousing, complaining, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, like I already said. Everything I say is negative. Woo! It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be a nice day today, so I'm in a bad mood. I'm Oscar the Grouch. Oscar the Grouch. Intro. I put a chapter in. Okay, I'm uploading a thumbnail now. I wish I could just put up like a screen. You know how some people have like a screen where it says like they're getting ready, it plays music, there's like a countdown timer and stuff like that. That's what this would be right now. Man, I forgot to get my Ritz. I was so close too. Darn it. Dagnabbit. Forgot to get my dang old Ritz in the arena. Ooh, I got a verse offer. You gotta get those. And let's go to the glory shop, grab the glory shop troop, because we might use it in the event. We probably won't. Always got to get this. Adding the thumbnail while I do that. I hope. If stuff would load properly. No, that's not it. You're stupid. No, that's not it. You're stupid. I know. It's not the one I really want to do. Leave me alone. The file is bigger than 2 megabytes or whatever. Yeah, I know, because that was the wrong one. I didn't mean to pick that one. That's why. You wouldn't load the right one. You loaded an old picture instead. And I clicked on it by accident. So leave me alone, computer. Do this one. Yeah, do that one. Yeah, do that one, computer. There you go. Good. Now, let's put on the playlist, computer. Can you do that? You think you can do that? Can you handle that? You think you can handle that? This is how I talk to my computer sometimes. Like, oh, it can't do it. Oh no, it's just still loading. Oh, it's just he's so slow. He's so slow, he can't load it. Oh, look at this computer. Oh, he's trying very hard. Oh, look at this computer try so hard. He's so true. He tries every day. It's me talking to my laptop. Oh, you gonna do it eventually, are you? Oh, okay. Eventually. I'll just go get a sandwich or something. Thank you so much. Now I can get a sandwich while I wait. Thank you. I was hoping I could go grab a sandwich while I wait to load something that's just a picture that should take 5 seconds. I love to do that. I love to go grab a whole sandwich. I'll put cheese on it, turkey, sandwich. And I'll come back, and you'll load a simple picture. All right, good job. You're the best. I wish I had 2 of these computers, just like this one. Man, I would sell them to everybody for $1 million, because they're so good. Somebody would throw this in the trash. If I sold it, they would be like, they'd buy it for $1, and they would say, this is a ripoff, and they'd throw it in the trash. That's what they would say. If I could duplicate this horrible computer, I'd sell it to somebody for $1, and they would throw it in the trash and say that was a ripoff. Talking smack to my computer. Anyway, let's get the Mistlark, which we'll go over in a little bit, but I want to just grab it just in case. You never know. What if it's something you can use? You never know. Jam Ricks. Poor computer. Poor thing. He's trying its hardest. He's trying. He'll get there one day. He's like the turtle, the tortoise and the hare. Alright, we got the raid event. I think I'm ready. Let me add a chapter so people can skip all that. Raid start. Raid start. 7. That's not too bad. 7 minutes? 7 minutes. Sometimes it's like 9 or 10 minutes. Good job, computer. But I haven't said hi to everybody yet, so there's that. Live chat. We have Anita, Stacy, Sauna, Mark. Anita with the gifted. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. I went to Ivy. When's the last time Ivy was here? Ivy, I don't know. Probably shouldn't draw attention to things. JM Ricks, because then other people will think I'll draw attention to them when... Wormskull with the 5. Sauna with the gifted to Simba. Simba's been here. JM Ricks has been here. Let's go. Some people are just in Hawaii on vacation. Like, they have a very good reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's the summertime, summer slowdown. People go on vacation, like, literally. I'm not saying it in a... Like, Hawaii's awesome. Surfing in Hawaii. I wish I could surf in Hawaii, you know? That'd be sweet. Let's go. Base rarity. What do we have to work with here? Who cares? Because you're supposed to go to the shop first. That's why. Go to the shop first. And we got to get the troop and the weapon. So let's do that. Potion of enchantment. Ooh, nice, Mark. Tier 2. Potion of explosion. And we get the troop. Deal damage to an enemy. Blah, blah, blah. Summon a Mistlark. Okay. Mistlark's like the new Glory Shop troop, huh? Misty Journal. Deal damage to the first 2 enemies. Boosted by Silverglade allies. That sucks. And... so it's the raid event. The raid killer, you have to use it, but it's not as strong as like a tower killer. So you don't need like 5 of them or 4 of them or 6, a team of 6. You just need 1, pretty much. So that might be enough. Buying up to the weapon. Depends how far your guild goes and how much certain people do in your guild and all that business. Effley's here. Alright, so we have to use the raid troop. So let's do that. Let's get her nice and snugly. I'm going to ascend it with orbs because I'm bougie. If you're not bougie, you might have to buy it further in the shop to be able to fully ascend it. But I feel like these orbs have been out for long enough that people should have like a little bit of extras. But if you don't, that means you haven't got Zul'Goth yet, and I hope you get it soon. CT, go get them. Tell me when you get them so I can say good job. Congratulations. Alright, let's do this. Boink. I guess if you just started the game in like the last year, you might not have Zolgoth or CT though. Or if you play sporadically, maybe? There's always somebody that fits the bill. So, I forgot to put her on the team. There she goes. So we have to have her on the team to get the extra points. It doesn't matter, like, oh, I don't care, she looks ugly, I think I don't want to use her. Well, do you want extra points? Well, if you want extra points, you should put her on your team. Like, it doesn't matter if you like her spell or her traits or anything like that. She has to be on your team, just like a doomed weapon or a bounty captain or an invasion troop, tower killer. Like, you have to have her on your team to get the extra points. So that's why we put her on there. Plus, she'll one-shot the boss. So, but other than that, that's all she's doing. Extra points, one-shot the boss. That's it. If we even need that. So we got a Silverglade restriction. So we got Amethylos, Queen Aurora, Will of Nisha. We got Tannenbaum, Vanya. We have any... What about the weapons? So we got to use Silverglade? Okay. That's not horrible, at least. You got Reflection of Good, Life and Death. I might use Reflection of Good. We'll see. Anyway, making these teams from scratch, that's what you get here at the Sinnycool channel. You get to watch me make them from scratch. And then I'll add a chapter so you can just skip straight to the team. So you get the best of both worlds. Early on, what about... Just had a thought. What about this? She could get us up pretty quick. She's empowered. And we just need like a true... We need like a something that's going to hit really hard. Like this, maybe? And then we can put our hero with this on the team. And then we can just throw purple... Like, just sacrifice our hero, make a ton of purple. It'll get up Amethylos and the raid killer. We probably want to... We might not want to do this later, but for the early fights, with access to everything in the game, because that's this first team here is like high-level team. Let's put this in first slot. Let's put this in last slot. Let's put this right here. I think I'm going to start with this. I'm not sure it'll make it the whole way through. I'm just starting with it. Let's go Archmagus. We got purple. We have purple, red, blue, yellow. We're missing green and brown. Purple, yellow, minus green? Maybe. Purple. Purple. Purple, blue. We got 2 blues. We also got 2 yellows. But one of the blues is Amethylos. So maybe we do Tentacle Banner. No, I don't feel like... Well, what about this one? We can't minus red. Purple, yellow, minus brown. That's there too. There's a few banners you could use. I'm going to go with the one I got, though. And I think that's the team. Reflection of Good, Amethylos, Leora Mistveil, and Princess Elspeth. But let's try it, and then I'll... I think it should work, though. Let's try it one time, just to make sure it's doing what I think it's going to do. Rant time early, dude. It's like... Oh, did he? Nice. Great minds think alike, then. He said Crisp made the same team. Boom! Great minds think alike. Let's go. Let's get through these early fights, and then we'll, like, make some different teams. So I think that's a good team, then. If other people are making it, too. Raid high early. At the 1430. Save. So yeah, you just cast Elspeth onto your weapon. You could cast your weapon first. Like later on, we might cast our weapon first and then do Elspeth. Especially if it's going to get up this quick. Like right now, I feel like I'm wasting it by not casting it, but we don't really need it, so just do this. And maybe this. And we're good. Well, let's blow through all these like easy fights. Do I have my niches on? Yes. I could probably do... Well, there's only like 2 troops on our team that would use an Anu. So let's continue the way we're doing it. The Aura Mist Veil. Okay. Yeah, maybe what if we, like, cast... It would add, like, a turn, but maybe we do this first. And then this. Especially later on. Ooh, look, we got Sir Quentin Hadley. Summons a random knight, I think. Yesterday we did our new account playthrough. I got Black Manacles. The Miraji Queen. That's where we're at in the game. Oops, why'd I do that? It was already up. It's too fast for me. I wanted to see what troop we got. That's why, yeah. That's why, yeah. But we'll make a mid team without the dragon. We'll make a low level team without mythics or legendaries. Oh, I should have done the weapon first. I gotta get used to this team. So if the weapon's up, cast it on your Amethylos, and then cast Princess Elspeth. If your weapon's not up, you could just go ahead and do Princess Elspeth. Depends how deep you are and how much, you know. Alright, it's up. Okay, so we're gonna cast it on this. So now we can just cast that and win. Now let's get through all these easy fights. We want to get to the boss at least, so we can start demonstrating the raid troop. Allie's here. Professor says Crystal Point, triple Vanya. That's good, dude. I like that. You know I like to poop on stuff, but when you have a decent team, I'll also tell you that. I think that's decent, dude. Good job. Now we gotta take some mana. Oh, she jumped in front of us. It's okay, though. Still pretty quick. Alright, like 3 more fights and then I can switch teams. I want to get to the boss at least. Alright, so weapon is up. Let's take this first. Okay, we don't need it. Let's do this. And we win. Anybody could have this dragon for real because you're opening eggs. But just in case people don't, I'll make other teams, like always. Yeah, appreciate the Saturday night live stream. That was awesome. Alright, it's not up, so let's do this. Bang. Kind of felt okay when I woke up. It was just like I was a little bit groggy. But then after I did the stream and everything, I got like a headache for the rest of the day. But today I'm like much, you know, it's the second day now. Pretty much a distant memory because I didn't do too much. When you go crazy though, sometimes it takes a couple days. I remember that. It'd probably be even worse now. How many days does it take you to recover after you go on a bender? That was my version of a bender. Just kidding. Alright, so here's the boss. So here's the team. So we're going to change teams just to make some more teams for more people. Crowseed is here, if I didn't say it already. I read your comment, but I don't know if I read your name. Okay, so that is the high-level team. So let's take this off. And I guess, I don't know. Let's see. Let's try not to make the exact same team. But you could. You could do this. You could take, if you have Will of Nisha, or if you have Vanya, you could do the same exact team and just put Vanya or Will of Nisha. You know? And your goal is just to get up Vanya. You might have to cast it a couple times, but it's kind of the same concept. But it will be a little bit weaker, might take a little bit longer, so but I'm not going to do that. Let's try to maybe not do Princess Elspeth this time, maybe. I don't know. What are we going to build around? It has to be something that's not a mythic. Christine X. We got Tannenbaum. I don't know, though. I don't know about Skulls. You might do Vanya. You're probably going to need multiples eventually. So like Professor said, maybe. Fortunately, it's the same exact mana color as the Aura Mist Veil. Just slightly annoys me. Wonder how hard this would hit. Wonder how hard Willow would hit. Maybe try it. That way we're not using the same exact colors. Let's take her off. Let's try like double Willow. Put Leora at the bottom. Could even put this on top and make it our tank. And the weapon, we have Silverglade, of course, Silverglade. We have all Silverglade. We could use a different weapon, so we're a different color there too, maybe. Like Crystal Point, for example. Purple and yellow, but, you know, that doesn't help Willow at all. We got Explode Purple. This is green and red. But that's green, I don't know. Maybe we use Reflection of Good still. Yeah, I think we do. Alright, so Willow can catch green and brown, Reflection of Good can catch purple, and Leora can catch yellow. So they all have a chance. As far as banner goes, some sort of purple, and then what class are we going to use? Either like Archer, Archmagus, Titan, or Thief. Archer, Archmagus, Titan, or Thief. What does the Reflection of Good do exactly? It blows up the color of the troop you cast it on? Okay. So I might just go Archer. Banner would be, we definitely need purple, right? Already said that. And then we're gonna like make a bunch of green fall. So I want purple, green. Then we can minus red. Let's just try it. Like, I'm not saying this is the team yet. I just want to try it. Vanya's cool, but it uses the exact same colors as the Tower Killer, so I'm trying to like diversify my coloration. Alright, Willow is up. Let's see how hard it hits. Destroy a row. Boosted by brown. Ooh, we could do... Oh, we should do Titan. That way we have a bunch of brown on the board, too. So I'm going to switch to Titan. You know what I mean? Like, I was choosing between green and brown because of Willow, as far as, like, either doing Archer or Titan. And I picked green, but I could pick brown, and then Willow can have more brown to boost off of. So I'm going to change to Titan. You got to think of, like, everything when you pick your... Make your team, like, synergetic and... the best it can be. Let's make sure we have the Dust Storm. Hopefully there's no other storm messing with it. Okay, we're good. And now we'll change our banner, too. Let's do, purple-brown. If we can. There we go. Silver banner. Alright, let's try this. If this works, I'll put in a timestamp. Yeah, Tyrion, leave a like. Let's go. Classics here. Chat with it too. Slam dunking it. Okay, so we can get up the weapon. That's fine. Let's cast it on that. It's up. Now we're hoping we have more brown because there's a brown storm. Didn't exactly work this time, but it's okay. Let's do this first. And there's 2 here, there's 2 here. Let's just see what 2 can do. Still got it. I like the little ding. Just makes a ding noise. Alright, let me put a chapter for this team. Vanya should be easier to get, and if you don't have Willow, just do Vanya, but just to be different, I'm doing Willow. I never do Willow. 25-minute mark. Alright. Extra turn. Let's cast Willow. There's 4. Boom. Ding. Ding. I need a room. Ding. I need service. Ding. I'm trying to buy a scratcher. I got a brewski here. Can I please pay for it? Ding, ding, ding. Ding the bell. I got a scratcher. I got a brewski. Ding. Alright, one more. As we get deeper and deeper, you might need to kill the boss with the boss killer. You might need to cast both Willows. Yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes. And we got both up. Buttercup. And we got 3 here. Oh, they survived, but guess what? We got 2 of them. Get out of here. Ding, ding. You could even do a Willow and a Vanya if you want. If you want. But that would be my mid team for now. Follow along throughout the week to see if they keep working. I can't predict the future. But all you would do is cast multiple Willows, kill the boss with the boss troop. You know, cast Reflection of Good onto Willow. Like, I was doing the Underspire, completing it yesterday, and of course I had to end up shooting Ulf like 4 times eventually, and even like Sir Quentin Hadley, but it still worked, and I had summons out the butt, and like I didn't lose one time, and I made it to the 7th boss, and I beat it, so it worked. I just can't predict the future all the time. Like, it's working right now, but if we're super deep on Sunday, it should work. I mean, we got a tank. 33% skull reduction, immunity to entangle. It's even gaining life on 4 or 5 gym matches. It destroys a row, that's mana generation too. It gets boosted off of brown. We're making a brown storm. We got 2 of them. Reflection of Good, all status effects. Casting it onto that first slot so it can have like barrier and everything else and not get killed. And then also blowing up the board and getting them up. And then Leora can kill the boss. You know, you can even shoot it on other things. Eventually. And it's got a summon too. Summon a Mistlark. So, if you happen to lose your Willow, your first Willow, even while you're casting Reflection of Good on it over and over and over to give it barrier, if you somehow lose your first Willow, you got this, where you can summon a Mistlark. Buy yourself some time. So, I think it'll work still. Like, the whole way through. That was the mid team. Now we gotta try to make a team with no mythics and no legendaries. What can we do? Let's just take everything off except for Leora. Yoke the ham, what up? I feel like a person arrives and then a person leaves today. Like, high five, I'm out of here. What up, Yoke? Psh, see ya. Alright, let's make a low-level team. Messing with my computer for a second. Doot. Forgot to hit like on my own stream. I don't deserve it because I'm Oscar the Grouch. Raid low team. I'm getting the chapter ready. Let's go. Alright, what are we going to do for low-level players? Of course, you got to get Leora and fully ascend it. That's the first step. Number 2, we can't use any mythics or legendaries, so we got to go down here somewhere. Here's our first non-mythic or legendary. We got Harold. Harold Baker here. Here's another boss killer. But you don't need 2 of them, so... Maybe like a person that's super broke, low level. They could use this guy, but you would get less points. We got Moon Mage. She hits kind of hard. She's mostly for like Explore 1 though, not really hard stuff like this. Moon Phoenix. Last enemy. Red and blah blah. Could be our tank. Sura Lewin. Aw, poor feller. Poor feller. Is she a knight? Nope. So that don't help anything. Crystal eggs. Could summon a random dragon and hope it's a good one. Looking for something. Okay. Man, there's like no good options. No good options. Leora does hit pretty hard. I mean, you could double up on her. You could use the other guy to kill the boss and then use her to, like, shoot something else. But that only takes care of 2 things. I mean, we could try, like, Moon Mage, but I don't know if it's going to hit that hard. Moon Mage and... Maybe Moon Mage and then the other... Raid Killer. And then, like, your Reflection of Good or something. Actually, we could use, like, this. Or no. Let's do this. The way we're using green and red. Now we have a summon, too. Okay. Let's throw him in first slot, because he's only going to do 1 thing. And if he dies, no big deal. And we'll put this here. Something like that. Now she's super blocked, so never mind. Oh, now she's super blocked. Uh-oh. Somebody's going to be blocked, no matter what, huh? Well, maybe we do the opposite, like this. Like, who cares if... All he's got to do is kill the boss, so... Everybody else has to do much more. Alright, let's try it. Let's start with our banner. We got 2 blues, 2 purples, 2 yellows. We gotta think about our mana generation, though. So... I'm gonna go green... And then probably purple. We can minus brown. If that's a thing. Of course it's not. And yeah, this sucks. Because all we can minus is blue, red, red, yellow. I guess we could do yellow. That wouldn't be horrible. Class would be... Class would be... I don't know. Thief? Archmagus? Let's do Thief this time. Alright, let's just see what happens. I don't know if this is going to be the team or not. I'm just spitballing here. Like, low-level people don't have very good options. You might want to go to the Underworld and get Vanya, if possible. It's probably your best bet. This is just me giving myself a restriction that probably no one ever has to do, and then, just to help as many people as I can, you know? There might be one person out there that can't get Vanya. Let's take the blue extra turn. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? I want the bottom guy to kill the boss. I want to use her for other things. Let's take Skulls, get a kill. Let's shoot Moon Mage and just see. Gotta shoot her twice, huh? Let's do this. Alright, well now we could shoot her. She's really low mana cost, so... That's the good thing about Moon Mage. It's like a low rarity, low mana cost troop. So that was fine. I mean, we got our AoE option to chip them down. We got our strong, like, one-shotters for the boss and to finish stuff off. And then we got a summon and mana generation with our weapon. Alright, we got her. Let's get that kill. Okay. I mean, if she can get up twice real quick. Could just do that. Or use two of her, I guess, instead of that other boss troop. Like, at the moment, I almost want to switch this to another Moon Mage. But I'm, like, thinking in the long run. You might need them for... I mean, I could use this to kill the boss and then just shoot this twice. But you're not going to have as many stats as I do as a beginner. Like, the person that's actually going to use this team is probably going to have to shoot Moon Mage, like, 3 times. Maybe 4 times. But let's just use it. I think this is it. Yeah, I'll put a timestamp. Good idea. 37-minute mark. 37-minute mark, Nugent. Okay. Take some skulls. The boss is getting lots of mana. We might want to just kill it, because it's almost up already. And it's dead. Something like that. If you want to use 2 Moon Mages instead of Lord Arundel, you could do that too. And then you could just shoot 2 Moon Mages off. Maybe you would, like, instead of putting her in first slot, you could put her down here. Put the Moon Mages as a sandwich with the Emerald Blade. I don't know. Just an idea. Give you something here. I show you a team, but I also tell you things you could use instead. And then you can just sub them in if you want to. Just like that first team, the second team, third team. I'm always saying, or you could do this, or you could do this, as I show you what I'm doing. Moon Mage plus extra sigils later. There you go. You didn't have to bail me out, yeah. Yeah, Yoke, I think it went good. I never, like, rewatch it because I'm like, it's cringe. As far as, like, I don't want to rewatch that one. Just like I'm not watching Tacit's Friday stream. Yeah, I don't want to watch it. I've heard things about it. I just don't want to... It's not because of any reason. It's just like, I want to keep my, you know, head canon. So, as far as me on Saturday night, that was mine, where I don't want to rewatch that either. I'm not going to watch... or mine. Yeah, you could use Princess Elspeth and see what you can get. That'd probably be fun. You've been hoarding keys for the Mythic. It doesn't look that bad to me. It's another one of those, like, mix. We went over it the other day. It just depends, man. Like, does the Void Dragon put a mix up, or... Hold on. There's, like, troops... They've been putting those in the game. Like, that's their thing right now, is the mix. But the mix is kind of random, and you know me. I don't like random stuff. I want to know exactly what's going to happen. So I don't want a scratcher. I don't want to, like, play the lottery. So it seems like a scratcher It could be really good. Or it could be like just random. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. See, that only creates purple. That's why it's so good. Even though it's just 9 to 13, that's better than creating a mix of 16 or a mix of 18 or anything like that, because you know exactly what you know more. You're closer to knowing what it's going to do. It boosts off of blue and purple, but it creates 9 to 13 only purple, so you know exactly what it's going to do. You know, sometimes it might do 9, sometimes it might do 13. It's a little bit random. But this thing is better than the new mythic that we're getting, I think, because it has a better chance to loop. When you get a mix, like, do you see any people using, where's that other troop? Just for example, like, I can't even remember its name. And it's a mix. It does a mix. What is it? It's like a dragon. You guys know what I mean? There's a dragon that came out. I don't even know if it's a mythic. It might be a legendary. I think it's a dragon, so let's do dragon. Okay, where is it? Like, I can't even remember its name. That's how awesome it is. Where the heck is it? Look. Okay, so deal damage to all enemies, create a mix of 16 red and yellow gems. Tian Long. This is what the new mythic reminds me of. But it also has like better traits and stuff. It's a mythic, so it's a mythic version of this, kind of using different colors. I think it does like brown and blue instead of red and yellow or something like that. It does like curse and freeze gems, which is cool too. So it's like it's a souped up version of this in a different color. It's a souped up version of this in a different color. So we'll see. I'm not saying I think the new mythic's gonna suck or anything. This is what it reminds me of. Just a different color and souped up a little bit. And like, I totally forgot this thing's name and I never use it. But, you never know. When you create a mix, you don't know what you're going to get. You could get 4 brown and 12 blue. You could get, like as far as this one goes, you could get 14 red and 2 yellow. You could get 9 red and 7 yellow. You could get, you know. So you never know. It's like a scratcher. You don't know if you're going to loop or not. You'd have to... Maybe you could use like that red yellow storm from Steam Whistle dude. Or, But the fact that they're actually like freeze and curse gems, I think, that's cool. But that's just what it reminds me of. I think it has a chance to be good, but it also has a chance to be a scratcher and not good. So we'll see. It's one of those, like, we'll see. As far as the new mythic this Friday. Yeah, Tyrion, I feel you. I don't remember it either. I don't even remember how it came in. I think it was like a event key, maybe? We threw event keys at it, maybe? I don't know. Tian Long? Eventually, yeah, you go after every new mythic. Like, once you start getting them, you just keep going. No matter what they are, you know? Like, when you get to the end game, you go after every new mythic, no matter what it is. The advice, like, the decision is mostly for, like, mid-game players and early end-game players, whether you're going to hold your keys or go after the new mythic. Only those people have to really decide that. If you're a super end-game player, you're just going to get it no matter what it is. So, those are the people that are allowed to helicopter out of bed, or the end-game players getting every new mythic every single time. It's like, who cares what it is? I'm getting it no matter what, so it doesn't matter. Like, that's me. I'm one of those people. I'm a helicopter. Anyway, let's do the weekly preview now. We did the raid event. Let me put a chapter. Weekly preview / SOULFORGE. And I won't put the time yet, because I want to read the chat a little bit. Let's see... Tyrion, I feel you, bro, about you can't recall the last time. I do it like once every 2 months. I'm not like a prude or something like I used to, but nowadays it's like it's not worth it. It's not worth the next day and the next day. Every once in a while, though. Sauna says I use Reflection of Good, Will of Nisha, Leora, Mistveil, and Mistlark. Sounds alright. Got that Will of Nisha hitting everything. You got the Leora like you're supposed to. Reflection of Good. You're trying out the Mistlark Leora combo. I usually don't go with those, but it'd be cool to try out on the first day, so. Good morning, Tyrion. Professor says I'm running Joker's team from Alliance Chat. Yeah, Joker, I know that name. They're pretty good. Classic says no headphones at work today. Busy, busy. Dropping in to say what's up and drop a like. I'll check in on my break if you're still going. Alright, man. Hopefully I got to say what's up. Only if it's against my will. Bell rant. The passive blessed. From Vanya. Sarcasm speaks, says Sana. Crystal Dragon thing. Princess. Timestamp. Sana says new mythic is Midwinter Lycan, Howling Blizzard. Deal 1.25 times magic plus 2 damage to all enemies. Create a mix of 16 curse gems and freeze gems. Yep. But then if it misses, you gotta think about this now. If it misses, you got all those curse and freeze gems on the board for the enemy to use. It's just like a Theodorovich or something. Like, it's nice if everything goes perfectly. We're always, like, thinking like that. I'm always thinking the opposite. Like, what if everything goes wrong? Because that's just, like, what happens with me. So, with Theo, you put a bunch of those gems on the board and you don't have enough time to blow them up or something. Or you do and it just gives everybody mana, like, including your team and their team. You know, it could backfire, basically. This thing could backfire. You cast it, you do damage, you don't loop, and now there's a bunch of curse and freeze gems on the board. That sounds fun. Boy, I can't wait to get cursed and frozen. You know, hopefully your whole team is immune. I would definitely want to do that, like as a preventive thing. Okay, let's make my team immune to curse and freeze, because this could backfire. A mix of 16 is not going to hit every single time, you know what I mean? You don't know how much brown or how much blue there's going to be. So you can go all in on brown, you can go all in on blue. But you might only get 2. And then you don't loop. And now you got all these freeze gems and curse gems all over the board. And now it's the enemy's turn. Yeah, exactly, Allie. Just get it if you're, like, endgame player. Chad says they should have made the new mythic coming this Friday invulnerable and not impervious. Defeats the purpose. Yeah, I know. That's another thing, dude. The more I talk about it, the more I don't like it, but we'll see. Is there nothing good in the SOULFORGE, Mark? Terry says, my dad was a drunk and not a nice one, so when I had kids, drinking heavy was not an option. When I do it, safe environment, away from them and not driving. You're right. Yeah, I don't really miss it either. It's a fun thing to do for our stream, but that's it. I'm not going to do it by myself or anything. I'll do it with you guys, but that's it. Alright, I'm putting the chapter now. So I talk to the chat, and then I put a chapter after that. So if you're watching after the fact, not that the chat isn't fun, but it's not live anymore. So it's not like they can interact anymore. So I gotta put the chapter after I say stuff. That way, they can just watch the video. Some of them are smart enough to do that. Some of them still complain, though. Missed opportunities. New ultra-rare troop, Mistlark. Get this troop with glory from the Ward's tab of the shop. Raid boss, help your guild close the portals this week. Use troops from a kingdom, Silverglade, in daily battles to defeat the raid boss. We made 3 teams, high, mid, and low. Go check out the chapters. The Frost-Browned Sword. The campaign has started. New rewards every week. Don't miss out. 48 days left of that. Bear the Heat. Play the new holiday event. That is just, I think that's over now, and you can just spend your resources still. That's why it's still there. You can't get more, but you can spend what you had if you forgot to spend it. Week of Elves. All Elves gain 10% of their skills. Week of Mystics. All Mystics gain 10% of their skills. And bonus trait stones if you use the Mistlark in PvP. Alright, SOULFORGE time. Let's check it out. It's still fun to put them in order, even if they all suck. Oops. How'd that happen? SOULFORGE. Troops. Alright, let's see what we got. We have Scorpius. We got Kurandara. We got Huang Long Long Wang. And we got Leo. So Leo's the worst. I already know. Leo sucks. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's horrible. Leo's bad. Might be the worst astrological mythic. So he's last. Huang Long is fun sometimes. But he's also a scratcher, and you know I don't like that. But he's kind of a fun scratcher. Like, all the things that he does, like, are kind of cool. He deals damage to all enemies, and then he has individual 50% chance to gain 41 attack, gain an extra turn, and gain barrier, enchanted, or blessed. So I think he can do all those things. Like, there's a potential he could do all those things. But just like talking about the new mythic, what if it all goes wrong and you get none of that? And then you're just doing some damage to all enemies. He's cool if everything goes perfect. And he has 70% skull reduction, which is nice, really high. So you can put him in, like, first slot. He's used here and there. He's not like an awesome mythic. He's not a top 10 or a top 20. He's used here and there. Kurandara, not bad, but another one that's, you know, every once in a while. Scorpius now, if you got Urali and you got Bane of Mercy, you can make a real good team that can pretty much do anything in the game. It's very, like, you know, it's just good everywhere. So it's not the best. It's not the best anywhere, but it's good everywhere. That's what it is. So Scorpius would probably be my number 1 this week. He's not a top 10. He's probably not a top 20. And if he is, he's very low on the top 20. But 28 yellow, purple, brown, drifting sands monster, deal damage to the last 2 enemies. The damage is lethal on any poisoned enemy. So you gotta poison them first, and then you shoot this. So use your rally to poison them on 4 or 5 gym match. That also does... It also helps get up Scorpius by doing 4 or 5 gym match, you know? So it does 2 things at once. You got something on your team doing 4 or 5 gym matches, whether it's a weapon or whatever it is. And while you're doing that, you're getting up Scorpius, and you're poisoning the entire enemy team, and then you shoot Scorpius once they're poisoned, and they both die, and you just do it again, and they're dead again. So Bane of Mercy, for example, turns, like, yellow to purple, right? And that should be an extra turn, and that should poison everything, and that should get up Scorpius, and then bang, they're dead. So think of it that way. If everything goes perfectly with this guy, you cast Bane of Mercy, it has its conversion, it gets a bunch of extra turns, a bunch of mana for Scorpius, that poisons the whole enemy team, that gets up Scorpius, you cast it, boom, 2 are dead right away. Just the start of the battle, 2 things are dead. Now they have half their team. Now you just gotta do it again. So use a weapon or something to get, maybe hopefully the weapon has a way to do an extra turn, maybe. You cast the weapon, you do another extra turn, you get up Scorpius, you cast... Well, actually, they're still poisoned, so never mind, you know? You can have whatever weapon you want, as long as it's a mana generator. So, that's what you do, and it's fun, and it works everywhere, so almost. You know, color restrictions, blah, 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 but, you know, it'll do Explore 12, it'll do, like, Underworld stuff, it'll do PvP, it can pet rescues, dungeon, it can do, like, a lot of stuff. It's not the best at any place, but it's just good everywhere. So shout out to Scorpius. If you have the Urali and you have the Bane of Mercy, maybe consider it, but make sure you get all your top 10s first and all your Iron Hawks and stuff like that first. Number 2, either Kurandara or Huang Long. I think I use Huang Long a little bit more, so shout out to that. They're really close, though. 24 blue, yellow, purple, Shintang, Divine Dragon, deal damage to all enemies. Then there are individual 50% chances to gain 41 attack, gain an extra turn, and gain barrier, enchanted, or blessed. So like I said, if that all happens, he's awesome. But if none of it happens, he just does a little bit of damage and gives the enemy their turn. But he's a good tank, you know, 70% skull reduction, and then it can also gain attack and gain barrier, so it's just a pretty cool tank that does damage too and a bunch of other stuff. If you're just messing around and you want something interesting to play with, maybe try playing with your Long Wang. Kurandara, 26, green, red, purple, Urskaya, Daemon. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by Doom Skulls, and convert yellow gems to Doom Skulls. Conjure a Doom Storm. 50% chance to curse all enemies when matching 4 or more gems. Impervious. If you say this is better than Huang Long, I would not argue with you. They're very close. You know, he can curse everything. He can do some good skull damage and stuff. And still, it's solid. Solid mythic. And then last, of course, is Leo, who does pretty much nothing. He's poopy. Deal damage to an enemy and gain armor boosted by all enemy magic. A little bit of spell reduction. A decent amount of skull reduction. He's horrible. Alright, let's take a look at the legendaries now. We got Lust, Keelan, Queen Moonclaw, and King Oberon. Okay. So we got Keelan. Keelan's the best here. Goes awesome with Divine Ishbala. Probably is a top 20 legendary. But you don't want to craft those. You want to craft just Tesla as far as legendaries go. I don't even know why I go over the legendaries, because you probably shouldn't craft them. But there are people out there crafting them. So Keelan's the best if you're going to craft a legendary. 18 red, yellow, Shintang, Divine Beast, convert purple gems to red and brown gems to skulls, bless 2 random allies. Summons a light storm at the start of battle. It goes really good with Divine Ishbala, and I still use it to this day. Next up would be King Oberon for that 50% start for Fae, which worked. You know, sometimes you'll use it with Foxfire King, sometimes you'll use it with Rowan. Like, it's definitely like a useful tool to have in your tool belt if you don't have King Oberon. When you can't use the Miraji Queen, you can use King Oberon. So when he came into the game, we were like, oh, this is a redundancy. Like, we already have the Miraji Queen, but then we're like, oh yeah, he uses he uses green, so Miraji Queen is red and blue. So now we just have another option to 50% start Rowan. Or the Foxfire King. Now, he's good, he's nice. If you don't have him, you should probably just grab it. I don't know. Probably shouldn't, but some people might. Alright, we got Lust and Queen Moonclaw. I don't know. This is like a defensive troop. You shouldn't craft either one. But anyway, that's the troops. If you're going to get anything, get Scorpius and Keelan. Maybe King Oberon. Those would be the 3. If you get it, if you're going to craft something and not be patient and not wait for a top 10 mythic, make sure it's at least Scorpius, Keelan, or King Oberon. Alright, weapons. Do we have anything in here? This thing is just through the raid event. Don't get it there unless you like really, really have to. Silver Saber. Not good. Arcanist's Blade. Not good. Emerald Blade blows up purple. Status effect to all Silverglade allies. Then summon a Silverglade troop. Not bad. Wild Orb. At the real shield. Nothing. Doomed Plunger. Crystal Point. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by Silverglade allies. Then create a mix of yellow and purple gems for each Silverglade ally. It's useful. Not something you're going to jump out the window and just hurry up and take all my diamonds, but it's okay. Nature Sword. Nature Poop. So that's about it. I would say the one Explodey and then the one Crystal Point. Crystal Point and Emerald Blade would be the things that you would craft if you were for collection purposes and you actually want to get a good one. Be one of those two. But it's not like a rope dart or anything crazy good. So that's the SOULFORGE. Scorpius, Keelan, King Oberon. Or nothing. Alright, let's see what y'all are going to say. Yeah, sorry, Tyrion. I should have said that. Mark says PvP was easier now. People should like it. I'm sitting at 25k already. Definitely should get more people with the change to play it. Tyrion says cousin passed over a decade ago. Still miss them, but sadly it's life. Just another reason. Hey, I had a brother-in-law do something really stupid. And I don't even want to talk about it, but it involved drinking. Jim's still going to be around in 2030? I don't know, man. They're really trying to sink that ship, aren't they? I compare all the troops to Scratchers and Brewskis. Professor says my boss killed my Will of Nisha and my weapon summons Will of Nisha. Screw you, boss. Yoke says, so looking at the mythics left to come out via Sana's list, do you think Takshaka will go to the SOULFORGE after that list of remaining mythics is done? Yeah, if you're talking about the SOULFORGE cycle, it should. Like, if we're in the middle of a cycle, you gotta wait till the cycle ends for a new mythic to go into the cycle. I'm pretty sure, right? They don't just get put into a cycle that's already going. So you kind of gotta wait till the end of the cycle, and then they'll go in there. Sometimes that's why it feels like it takes forever. Because there's so many mythics. There's like at least 100 mythics now, so that takes 25 weeks for them to cycle through all the mythics. And then it could take another 25 weeks just to like get back to the one you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? It could be the last one. So it could take up to 50 weeks to see a mythic that you're looking for. But it will be there eventually. It's just the way it works. Every mythic has to be seen before it'll be seen again. Mark says, might be a bit yoked. The Void Dragon still hasn't shown up in the SOULFORGE. Chad just crafted Scorpius on his main account. Good job. Tyrion says Scorpius Rally is still fairly meta team. They're faster, but great lower level. Great for lever. Yoke says all nuts only have one. I can't read that. Copy. Okay. Of what? Alright, let's go. Glory Shop. We already kind of went over this. Let me put a chapter in. So people can skip all the chatting. Okay, Glory Shop. TRAITSTONE. Event key. ETC. This is like the portion that no one would ever click on, but we got to get it out of the way. So I feel like I'm doing a weekly preview. Alright, so get your spoils of war. Here's the troop that's in the Glory Shop today. This week. 11. Blue, green, Silverglade, Fey, Beast. Give 25% mana to all other allies. If Leora Mistveil is on my team, create 7 yellow gems. Summon a Lightstorm at the start of battle. So 7 gems is pretty much never going to do anything, and then 25% mana. In the 7 yellow is only if Leora Mistveil's on your team. So this thing is pretty bad. It's never going to get used outside of this week. We say that about troops sometimes, and it's like 99% true. This is like 100% true after this week, because when are you ever going to use Leora Mistveil? Except for this week. And then all this thing does really is give 25% mana to all other allies. Summons a Lightstorm, so... You know, just like the new mythic, if you're an in-game player just getting all the new mythics no matter what they are, whether they're good or bad. Same thing with the Glory Shop troop. You're just getting it. It's another troop that fully ascended from a kingdom. The Traitstone is Arcane Swamp Traitstone. So that is green and blue. Let's go see what kind of troops you can fully... Grabbing my tribute, sorry. Ooh, I got 30 gems. Got this, all colors, base rarity. Show all. So you can fully trade troops such as by going to the Glory Shop and getting, you know, the Glory Shop troop, you get those trait stones. So it's a nice way to spend your glory. And then get stuff fully traded. Got Aquaticus with that Submerge all allies, matching 4 or more gems. Maybe help you duck away from Stellarix. Urali, we're just talking about it. Poison all enemies in 4 or 5 gem match. So if you got Scorpius in the SOULFORGE and you already have Urali, make sure she's fully traded. There's a trait stone in the Glory Shop. You can make that team happen this week. There could be a person out there with Urali that's just not fully traded. They get Scorpius from the SOULFORGE and then they fully trait Urali through the Glory Shop. And that would be cool. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're that person, because that'd be crazy. Anything else? Lord of Slaughter, 100% chance to ignore armor with skull damage. Possessed King, unstable possession. You got Vashtagon with the curse. Vernalis with the entangle and fairy fire. You got King Averlorn with the 50% start for elves. That's pretty important. And he definitely uses this, like, legendaries are what those trait stones are made for, pretty much, you know? You could get him right now fully traded. Pretty easy. If you don't have him done. Same with Queen Beatrix. Royal Honey. If you've been waiting to get her fully traded, now's the time. Save your glory up. Christinax has gain enchant with matching purple. King Minos has a 50% for Taurus, but you don't really need it because Shaman class does that too. But hey, shout out to it. Web Spinner with the triple skull damage versus poison and webbed enemies, and it inflicts web and doing skull damage, so it does it every time. Freaking awesome. And I just go through everything, even if they don't use it. You got Mercy. Rowan's there if you want to, like, just get it fully folied. Taipan's empowered. Veneratus is empowered. And the further down we get, the less likely it's going to use an arcane trait stone, but that's the trait stone. Event key drop table is Silverglade. That is a magic kingdom. And that's what people will shout from the rooftops to give themselves an excuse to use their event keys. But that's not me. Base rarity. Silverglade. See what you can get with your event keys this week. Even though you shouldn't. And you should save them. For Adana. Zolkari, Zajin, Whitehelm. Stuff like that. But if you're gonna, like, say, oh, it's a magic kingdom. But you could get this. Then you don't have to waste event keys. Like, you have to get this either way. Right? That could be your mythic from Silverglade, if you need a mythic from Silverglade. Queen Aurora, Will of Nisha, that's it. Neither one are really used these days. Queen Aurora is kind of fun, just because it has Rainbow Link. But it just doesn't do enough anymore. Will of Nisha is cool, but there's so many troops that hit all enemies. And she doesn't do it, like, any harder or any better, and she doesn't really have anything else going on, so it's just, like, nothing too great. You might as well just make this your mythic from Silverglade. Christinax, you know, Tannenbaum would be your, like, consolation prize. He's kind of cool. Christinax used to be fun and cool, but not really anymore. Moon Mage is there. Princess Elspeth. And that's about it. Silverglade cannot get to 30, right? I don't think. So there's no reason to want to take it to 20 if you can't get it to 30. Even though it is a magic kingdom, like, it's not that bad. But to jump out the window just to get a mythic for Silverglade is when you're going to get this anyway. I don't think it's, like, super necessary. Like, not the, like, oh, it's Silverglade, I have to throw all my event keys. Screw Adana, screw Ironhawk, screw Tesla, screw Tina, screw all that business. I need Will of Nisha. I don't think so. That's not what I would advise, anyway. Trey with the 3, what up, bro? I finally got my corpse. It took forever. I might even make a whole video about it, dude. Okay, so that was the event key drop table. Let's just go over, like, what else is going on this week, right? So it is a Silverglade week. We got Silverglade Underspire. We got Silverglade Epic Trials. You're going to be doing the raid event. You're going to do your Adventure Board XP Booster Dungeon today. There might be a little bit of a campaign, right? And PvP and stuff like that. Get all that stuff done. Tuesday, what do we got? Silver Necropolis, that means life and death. So on Tuesday, you can get the life and death weapon, which is pretty cool. So you might want to grab that through the faction event or the SOULFORGE. But, you know, most people do it through the faction event, I guess. You don't need to, though, because you can do it for free. But either way, I think it's fine either way on Tuesday. Just get it. Get life and death. Because it's going to be a while until we see Silver Necropolis again. So get it. It's good. Wednesday, we got the Son of Tau, I think. Oh, wait, that's just... Never mind. We got something else. I forget what it is on Wednesday, but it's not that. It's a Silverglade pet. Oh, it's the, actually, no, it's not. It's the July 4th pet. It's that, old Logan. The buffalo with the fireworks shooting off in the back, out of his butt. It's the Buffalo Old Logan shooting fireworks out of his butt. That's the pet we're getting Wednesday. Thursday, we get Archmagus class event. Friday, we have... What do we have Friday? Ilathea faction expansion? I think it's Ilathea faction expansion. And then a week after that, I think we have Vault event. And a new mythic on Friday, of course. The one that creates the mix of curse gems and freeze gems and does damage to the whole enemy team. Which, in my opinion, I don't know. Makes me want to... I don't know. It could backfire. There's all those curse gems and freeze gems on the board. It's not guaranteed to loop, but I'm just saying. I don't know. We'll see. If it does crazy damage and loops every time, then it's going to be awesome. But if it doesn't do crazy damage and then it backfires, I don't know. Just saying. Alright, campaign. Luther was correct. Something was happening, and the old Knights of Sword's Edge were involved. We decided to head to Silverglade in the hopes of a spirit medium could connect us with an answer. They capitalized spirit medium, and it threw me off. Got Gold Digger, Purple Slayer, and Archmagus. Or Archmage. Well, that should just all happen without you trying. And we're getting some more Sir Saxby's. Sir Saxby. My name is Sir Saxby. Check out my Saxby. Check out my sack. He doesn't even have a sack. Sir Saxby. Maybe he plays the saxophone. We're on artifact level 4, which is 2 magic, because we're in Silverglade. You see how that works? We're in Silverglade this week, so we're getting a magic stat in our campaign. Did you guys know that? That's something I learned recently. Like 2 months ago. I learned that. I had no idea. That's why you get magic. That's why you decide. That's what the reason you get a stat is because of which kingdom you're in that week for the campaign. So this week we're in Silverglade. That's a magic kingdom. Boom, we get 2 magic. I learned something. You still learn stuff. Even when you've been playing for 7 years. So yeah, Sir Saxby, Frostbound Sword. Create a mix of 16 ghost gems and freeze gems, and exploded gem. It's kind of cool. Does no damage, though. And it only explodes 1 gem? What is that? Well, I guess it could loop. It's just like a weird spell. What do you think about that? It looks like it's missing something. I don't know. So yeah, that's everything going on this week. So what can we do next? We got Underspire. I can't really do PvP because, like I always say, we're all on a different alliance. We're all on a different platform. We all have different restrictions and different heroic gems. It's kind of hard to show you guys. I do PvP though. I'll show you on Tuesday and Friday. I'll actually run my Citadel Wars so you can see what I'm doing. But maybe that'll help and maybe it won't. But I don't really show it on the weekly preview anymore because it's not really helping as many people as I thought it was. Because everybody has something different. But have I forgotten anything? Let's just do Underspire to keep it rolling. Catch up in the chat, too. Yeah, the Void Dragon hasn't shown up yet. It's because you gotta wait for the cycle to be over first. Scorpius Rally is still fairly meta team. They're faster but great for lower level players. Oh, Talk Shaka Yoke. Okay. Bruce is here. Yoke says, I can't believe it is already July. This year is flying by. Do you guys feel like the older you get, the faster time goes? Exactly, dude. I say that all the time. I always think I'm crazy when I say that because nobody agrees with me. But, dude, the older I get, the faster time is going. And I think it's true. When you're a baby, time seems like it takes forever because you haven't experienced time before. You know, when you're 7 or 8 years old, you've only lived for 7 or 8 years. So every hour, if you divide it by those 8 years, that's how... Now that you're, say, 30 or 40 or 50, you've lived for 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 years, And, you know, an hour doesn't feel as long anymore because you've already experienced so many of them. So, like, an hour compared to, like, when you're 8 years old, an hour is, like, a giant portion of your life compared to when you're, like, 50 years old, and an hour is just, like, so small compared to, like, an 8-year-old. It's like a dog, you know? Dog has, like, dog years, you know? You times their age by 7. It's crazy. It sucks that even I don't even try to not think about it. Like, an hour feels like a half an hour to me now. Trey with the 3, thank you so much, bro. Mark says, I agree, Yoke. I'm ready for winter already. Bruce says the older you get, the less percent of your life a year is. Hey, that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, I got it, dude. Cat's here. Soul farming weapon? Maybe, but it's only blowing up like 1 gem, and then it's only putting up so many ghost gems, and then like you have to still increase your cap of souls, so it's not going to do it all by itself or anything. Wormskull says pair that weapon with a troop that increases damage based on ghost gems. Epic trials, we usually do those tomorrow. Trying to work and listen. Sunsprite and Raid is a pain. I haven't experienced that yet. I guess I will, though. Alright, let's do the Underspire. It's just like any other week. It's probably going to be similar to the guild event. Sometimes I really gotta enunciate. Sorry. But yeah. Well, you know, you're probably gonna do the exact same thing. You could do the exact same thing here. It's kind of annoying. I could just go. Watch. I bet you this works. Oh, I can't do it because I switched my team. But if I had my high-level team there, I wonder if it would work with that team. Hold on. Oh, we'll just do low-level team first. Oh, but we might use something different. We already copied it, so could take it over to Underspire. Just paste it. Bang. But, you know, doesn't work 1-to-1 for real because we got raid troops in here. There's no boss troop, really. You could put different stuff, I guess, but anyway, just an example. Like, we're probably going to do this again. For sure. What else? But we don't have to use the raid troops, so that's cool. We can do something else there. We're making a bunch of purple. We just need, like, another purple damage dealer. You could do Will of Nisha just to, like, diversify your coloration. Or you could just do Vanya, because she's lower mana cost. So whatever one you want to do between these two. I think just for the lower mana cost, I would do Vanya. Especially early on, because you're not going to need, like, heavy damage. Your Amethylos will probably take care of everything. Okay, so we can either do Thief or Archmagus. Let's just do Archmagus, because we're not really trying to, like, loop with a storm. Banner would be purple. 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 I guess just something on Amethylos, so whatever we see. Purple red, no. Purple blue, no. Could, like, try to minus, like, brown or something. Purple red, minus brown, that's fine. Alright, let's just run with this. You're just gonna cast Princess Elspeth on your Reflection of Good, and then... Especially in these early fights, like, later on you might need your hero. for these early fights, we don't care. Just getting it up and casting it. You could use Silver Draken. That's another one. Like if you want to say you don't want to like sacrifice your hero, like later on, we probably won't want to. For these early fights, I don't care, but so I'll show you this. But like for the later fights, you might want to keep your hero because it might get hard. Instead of her, you could put like maybe silver, like something that's pure purple, like this. And it would work just the same, almost. Guess I better put a chapter, huh? Underspire. I put Underspire. Underspire. High. Early. 120. Let's put 119. Because I forgot. Save. Alright, so same concept. Of course, take extra turns first. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was looking to see if that would, Nope. Alright, we can do this instead. And then blow up the purple, I guess, that we make. It's not going to go as fast as the raid event, because we have, like, potions and stuff. But it'll still get there. Hey, we got Tourmaline. Turtling. Oh, we're blocking Amethylos with our Reflection of Good, too, so, So yeah, early you're going to want to just do this. So it all goes into your dragon. But later on when you're having trouble and stuff, maybe do the Silver Dragon thing. Just two ideas in one team. Might even use a different weapon if you're going to just sacrifice the Silver Dragon, you know? So like, with this team, maybe use like Crystal Point or Emerald Blade. And then you could do this, maybe. I'm showing you like a bunch of different teams all for the high level. I hope I showed some team codes. Anita's back. Maybe I do want a Purple Storm? I don't know. Gotta kind of tweak your teams as you go. I would like to have more purple on the board, but it doesn't really, like, storms don't kick in until the next turn anyway, really. Until you start taking gems off the board. Dragon makes an okay tank. I think it has some reductions. Well, it's something like that. Use the dragon if you got it. Something similar. Princess Elspeth sacrificing something that's pure purple, usually. Silver Dragon or Reflection of Good. And depending where you're at, if you're in the beginning, you can just sacrifice Reflection of Good and use like Vanya too instead of the Silver Dragon. And then if you're later and you want to like keep your hero on your team, you know, switch to the Emerald Blade, use the Silver Dragon to make all the purple. And it's like, it's kind of fun to use Princess Elspeth because you get something random, like a random knight, like we got Tourmaline. So, I don't know, something like that for high level players. Alright, let's try to make a mid. It's probably similar, you know. Especially early. All I can do is live in the moment. You probably do the Elspeth Reflection of Good thing again. Why'd I take her off the team? Maybe with Vanya this time. Okay, so... But we might need, like, double Vanya. Or you could do Willow with Vanya. It's up to you. I'm gonna go double Vanya. And you could even... I think I'm gonna do that. Let's switch to Thief for this one, see if it works any better. Banner would be definitely purple-yellow. That's fine. Alright, let's try this for the mid-level team. For the Underspire. And it's an easy to get troop too. And we got 126. Of course, people are cutting up, and Mrs. Cindy's off today, and it's a nice day out. Which, hey, everybody's having a good time, right? Woo! Okay, so we got an extra turn here. Let's grab it. Let's just do it. Ah! Who'd we get? Dominion. At least he's not blocking Vanya. Well, he is a little bit. This yellow. So this doesn't work as good as the raid event, because in the raid event you got an enchant potion, you got an explode potion, all that stuff happens before the fight even starts, and it's always like that with Underspire though, you kind of miss your potions. We made it to the door without even trying. Why is it loading forever? Let's try to get some crap off the board. Maybe I'll even just take some skulls. There's not enough purple up there, you know? We really want to... Huh. I mean, we could try it. Got a little bit. Purple and yellow. I hate when I get a troop that blocks Vanya, though. Anyway, I like the first team much better than this, but it is what it is. You don't have Amethylos, you gotta use Vanya. Just an idea for you. Maybe you can do Silver Draken instead of the second Vanya, and then sacrifice that, and then that'll get up your Reflection of Good, and then you cast that on Vanya or something. It's just gonna take a little bit longer than, like, the raid team. Whatever you do. There's no potions. There's not much to work with here. We're not... I don't think we're missing some crazy good team. And if you're low level... Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. What you gonna do, brother? When the Hawkster runs wild on you. Could do Moon Mage again, but... Ugh. That's only gonna work for so long. But you only need it for so long. I'd almost want to add in like a weapon that does damage too. Maybe we make like a traditional team without the Princess Elspeth on it. I don't know. But it's cool to get like a random knight too. You could get like a crazy mythic or something cool. That's a scratcher. That's a scratcher, brewski, man. Could try this. Purple, blue. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna have to buy more torches. Yeah, I feel you, Wormskull. If my underwear was on fire, I would sit in gasoline. Was a rough work day. Feels like me, everything falling apart all around me. My underwear's on fire, I would sit in gasoline. It just doesn't work as good here. But they're dead. Gotta buy these every day if I want to get to the boss. You know, at least 2 of them. And then you kind of adjust on the weekend. Glorfindel's here! What up, dude? I feel like I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. Staff of the Magus. Let's do this first. So whenever you get that up, actually use it. Oh, well now we can do this. What do we get? Bandit? Boom. What's Staff of the Magus? Scatter damage. Yeah, you could do that too. Good idea. It's pure purple. I didn't think of that. Reflection of Good. I always go to Reflection of Good, huh? Yeah, that's another like thing you could substitute in if you want. It does damage. My idea is like just get Moon Mage up at all costs. Because 52 scatter damage divided by 4 is like not a lot. While Moon Mage is gonna do 39 to all enemies. So. Yeah. Did I show the team code? I hope I did. If I didn't, oh well. Did I miss anything? I feel like people are not respecting the stream today. Like, not you guys. The IRL. Ooh, 100 scatter damage? It's like 25 each. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Dang, I forgot to put the chapter in. I'm just gonna guess. Sorry to you low-level underspirers. Alright, did I miss anything? I feel like I forgot something. Is there anything left? Except for Epic Trials, because we're going to do that tomorrow. I want to have like something other than the faction to do on Tuesday. It used to be Underspire, but we started doing that on Monday. And we moved Epic Trials to Tuesday. There's just PvP, but like I always think I'm missing something because it's PvP, but I can't do anything because it's different for everybody almost. Now, my restrictions are going to be different than yours. My Citadel Wars are going to be different than yours, probably. Like, my Heroic Gems are going to be different than yours. Like, we can't really do this anymore. It's unfortunate. You have to kind of just watch along the entire week, and hopefully you find a team or two. Or hopefully you've already watched before, like when I went over every single restriction, like other weeks, and you can pick up... Like, go check those out. Like, just jump to the chapter, the PvP chapter. Go if you really wanted to, you could go to previous streams on Monday, like the Monday weekly preview stream. Go like a month back or so, maybe, and then you could watch those and get ideas for teams. Or like always, you could look at the enemy's team. You could always look at the enemy's team to get ideas. You know, it's not like the hardest place to figure out a team anymore. Usually, you just use Stellarix and Wand when you can, and like. If you're having trouble with Stellarix and Wand, you use Zul'Goth to kill the Wand. That's basically PvP now. Or you can't anyway. They use the Prismatic Orb and whatever now, so there's no Stellarix on defense. But you know what I mean. But you can go check out those old streams where I went over every restriction. I've probably covered every restriction there's ever been at some point. I just don't feel like doing it now because I feel like it's not going to help as many people as it used to help. But they're out there if you really want to look for them. And if you don't feel like doing that, just look at the enemy's teams. If you don't... Yeah. If you need ideas. But I think that's it for today. Unless anybody has any questions. We went over the raid event. We went over the SOULFORGE. We went over the Glory Shop and the event key and the TRAITSTONE. And went over, you know, the Underspire... campaign. I don't think there's anything left. The new Mythic's coming Friday. We talked about that. There was a thing on Twitter, right? They did a little like Twitter post talking about 8.0. What's it called again? Immortals? Immortals. So we're getting something called Immortals in July for the 8.0 update. That's news. And then everybody knows that in PvP that they replaced Stellarix and the Wand of Stars with Prismatic Orb and Diamantina, right? So that's other news. That happened in the last week or so. Other than that, just New Mythic Friday. Stream tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. EST, faction event, Silver Necropolis, and we'll go over the epic trials for Silver Glade. Wednesday is going to be EverQuest, like always. We take a day off. Thursday is the new account playthrough. We just opened the Underworld. We just got the Miraji Queen. We just got Black Manacles. We're on level 100 now. We're done with like that top adventure key hero level thing. We're done with that all the way. We're just trying to like open all the kingdoms, do our City of Thieves 3 times a day, get those Underworld troops. Like that's where we're at in the game. We're level 100. We pretty much have all the mastery weapons that we wanted. We're working on Titan. We're working on the Underworld. We're just working on kingdom quests. We're in a guild. We're not being a sore thumb. We're doing the dailies. That's where we're at in the, we're like halfway there as far as the new account playthrough. If you wanted to know like how many videos it's going to be, how many streams it's going to be, we're probably about halfway. Maybe like 40%, 45%. Maybe not quite halfway, but it's not going to be like, this is our 3rd new account playthrough, so it's not going to be like a really long one. I'm just going to like go to level 200 or something. But anyway, let's see what y'all are saying and get out of here. Glorfindel went away for a funeral. Well, sorry for your loss, man. Mark says, I respect you brewski drinking lottery scratcher dude. We could do dungeon if you want. I usually just see if I get a perfect or not. Still have a billion diamonds like a loser. No, I got a trap, so I'm not doing it. That's not how you should do it, but that's probably how Tyrion Shark does it. That's what I do. Get a random book? I think I already did that yesterday. I should have showed it on stream. Sorry. Next time I'll wait till stream. I already spent them. I only have 31 because I always buy books. I'm not buying shiny. I saw somebody on the forums buying shiny keys. People buy Dragonite. I think that's a mistake, but I get it. I know why you're doing it, but I don't recommend it. I don't advise it. I understand it, but I would never do it, and I would never advise it. Same with shiny keys. It's because they're an achievement hunter, and there's some shiny key achievement. So they're getting shiny keys from this, which I'm not an achievement hunter, so I kind of understand it, I guess. Like, if that's the only achievement they have left, and this is a way to get more shiny keys, I guess. But if you're a regular player that's going to play the game every day and you're looking to get everything in the game, you know, Book of Deeds is the way to go. If you're just a person that only wants the dragon, you don't care about anything else in the game, and if you're an achievement hunter and you only care about achievements. But if most people are a normal player that want everything in the game, okay? And that's Book of Deeds. That's 90% of people should get the Book of Deeds, because you can't go wrong. You need whatever pops up there. This is a scratcher, and all you care about is Stellarix, and you're trying to speed it up. You're just not patient. And this is for, like, achievement hunters that there's an achievement for shiny keys or something. Like, if you just play the game normally, if you do the middle one, you'll get this and this and this. If you do the middle one, you get all 3. If you do Dragonite, you don't get this, and you don't get that. If you do the shiny key, you don't get this, and you don't get that. The middle one, you're doing everything right, you're going to get everything. Because you're playing the whole entire game right. So you're going to end up getting Stellarix, you're going to end up getting Shiny Keys, and you're getting books, leveling your kingdoms and stuff. If you do Dragonite or Shiny Key, you're just getting Dragonite and Shiny Keys. If you're doing the book, I feel like it means you're doing everything the right way. You're patient, you're picking the thing you definitely need. You're not just trying to rush stuff that are scratchers. You're not just trying to rush stuff for achievements. Like, this is like the big... Like, this just shows, like... Okay, if you're doing books, you're playing the game right. If you're doing Dragonite, you're impatient. And if you're doing Shiny Keys, you're an achievement hunter. This is like the 3 types of players right here on the screen. So, I mean, you have to be patient for the middle one, I know. There's 3 different players in this game. Impatience, playing the game right, achievement hunter. And the ones on the ends, they don't last very long. They play it for 3 months, burn themselves out, and quit. So, if you want to play the game for the long haul, you're picking the middle one. If you want to burn bright and die early, you know, do one of the 2 end ones. You're not gonna. I guarantee you're not playing this game in 3 months from now. If you're getting Dragonite and Shiny Keys right here, you're gonna be out of here in 3 months. Because you're just trying to rush stuff, and you just want to beat the game or something. It's not going to happen, you're going to realize that, and you're going to quit. But if you're getting books, you're in here for the long haul. And you're doing everything right. Just a perfect example of it, up on the screen like a presentation. Let's see what y'all are saying, because that's a hot topic. You have the same restrictions as me? Glorfindel says, I got Queen Aurora and event keys just because of unicorns and rainbows and shit. She gets everything up so quick, especially Explode Potion. Yeah, she's kind of fun. She's neat. Professor says there's not a variety of restrictions anymore. It seems like nearly the same thing every week. Probably, I bet it might be. Like, I might be, like, overthinking it. Like, people could be all picking the same thing. PC could be picking the same thing as PlayStation, could be picking the same thing as Xbox, because it's like a no-brainer. Like, oh, it's Elemental, let's all pick Elemental, and oh, it's a Mana Potion, let's all pick that, or it's a extra turn gem. Like, it could be close. Yoke says, I really like Queen Aurora. It's just there's better ways to do what she does nowadays, you know? There's better ways to, like... She's just a mana generator, and she's a mythic that's a mana generator. So we don't really, you know... If we're using a mythic, we're either wiping the entire other team out in one shot, or we're instant killing something with lethal damage or devour or something like that, or we're just looping the crap out of stuff and getting all kinds of buffs. She doesn't really do any of that stuff. She's just a mana generator. Like the wand. If you can use the wand, why are you using Queen Aurora? Like, the wand will destroy the Queen Aurora easily. Like, it'll do everything way better than Queen Aurora. Then you might as well just have something else down there. Like, she's never, like, the right option. But she's, like, fun. So I get it. Like, I think I've used her before here and there on the bottom of my team. And I got 3 troops that are just crushing it. And, like, what am I going to throw on the bottom? Might as well be Queen Aurora. Aurora. Dragonite, says Professor. I've decided I'm saving on my Dragonite until I have at least 3 eggs. Avoid death by 1,000 cuts. Glorf says 24 cosmic eggs and still waiting on the 6th dragon, so it's still about 1 million Dragonite away from Stellarix. You know what's... Like, if you're buying Dragonite here, and then you keep getting duplicates, doesn't it feel like you're throwing... you might as well wipe your butt with the book? That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a person that buys Dragonite here and they actually get the right dragon, but that's like a 1 in 100, and we shouldn't be, like, counting on that. Most people are just ripping the book up and wiping their butt with it and flushing it down the toilet. Because they get the same dragon over and over and over, whether they buy Dragonite here or not. So you're just wasting gold marks on, like, duplicate dragons, pretty much, and wiping your butt with pages of that book. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's a lot of duplicates. Dang, Professor 2. You guys have horrible luck. I got both dragons within that many. I thought 16 was bad. I was starting to complain a little bit when I was like double, triple, almost. Yeah, triple. 'Cause there's 6 of them, and I had 18 or something on Diamantina, 16 or 18. And I was starting to get frustrated. But I got it eventually, and then Stellarix was easy. For some reason, Stellarix I got within like 10 eggs. I feel like everybody got Stellarix easier than Diamantina. So if you're like keep opening like the Diamantina ones, maybe switch to Stellarix, because I feel like it came much easier than Diamantina. And that's weird because Stellarix is better. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here though, Classic. Dude, I died on a boat. I went AFK like an idiot, you know? I thought I'd be right back. I was riding the boat from Butcher Block to Freeport. I'm like going to go buy a spell or something on my enchanter because I just got 34. Now I'm 35. But anyway, I was going to get some random spell in like Valius, and I never feel like getting a teleport because I'm like a loner. So I ran all the way to the boat from Mistmore, all the way to Butcher Block. I got on the boat. I went AFK. I thought it was only going to be for like 5 minutes or something while I'm riding the boat, you know, and when I come back, I'll be in Freeport type of stuff. Turns out I go AFK for like 2-3 hours, and then when I come back, I'm dead. And it said I drowned somehow. Like, I don't even know how that happens, but okay, whatever. I was panicking a little bit. I got to run all the way back to the boat again because I didn't bind anywhere. So I was just riding a boat. I didn't think I needed to bind. I had to run all the way back to the boat, wait on the boat again, get on the boat. Then I have to figure out, like, where I died. So I'm looking at, like, the chat log to see where I drowned at. And I'm, like, hitting the corpse button. Do I have any corpses in this zone? Eventually, I figured out it was Freeport where I died. So I got to ride it all the way back to Freeport. And then I got to start hitting the corpse button as soon as I get in the zone. So I can't just, like, go AFK and ride the boat. Plus, I already just died doing that. So I'm, like, hitting this corpse button as soon as I load into Freeport. It brings my corpse onto the ship. So I thought, cool, my corpse is on the ship. I'm just going to ride to Freeport and then loot my corpse. It's not letting me loot it. I'm trying to loot it. It's not letting me loot my corpse. It's on the ship, though. I guess I just can't loot stuff on the ship, but here it is. So I'm like, I ride all the way to Freeport. I try to drag my corpse once I get there. It says it's not close enough. But it's there. Like, I see it on the boat. And I'm trying to drag it. I run all over the boat trying to drag it, and it's not working. So it must be at the bottom of the ocean, and it's just like a glitch. I'm like, man, now I have to ride it all the way back. And I can't, like, drag it because it's going the wrong way. I mean, I could jump into the water, I guess. I didn't know, like, how, like, there's not that much water from Freeport, so I could have just jumped off the boat. I didn't know that. I was like, it's going to be a lot of water, and it's going to be a lot of swimming, and it wasn't. But it wasn't as much as I thought. So I end up riding the boat all the way back to Butcher Block, and then all the way back to Freeport, and I try again. Like, hitting the corpse button, corpse button, corpse button. I'm probably going to make a video about this. It, like, works again. It brings it on my corpse onto the boat, and I just keep hitting it this time instead of being lazy and thinking it's on the boat. I just keep hitting corpse, 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 corpse. It's dragging it this time, but then something happens. Like, the boat jumps forward, it lags out or something, and then I lose it again. It won't let me. It says it's too far away, even though I was clicking it, like, spamming it. But the boat, like, jumped forward, it lagged or something. So my corpse fell to the bottom of the ocean again. I'm like, man, so I just jump off the boat at that point, and I'm like, I'm going to go find it. And then, the boat comes back from Freeport and knocks me out of the, like, knocks me onto the boat out of the zone. And I was, like, in the water, like, dragging my corpse, probably going the wrong way. Because I, like, starting to panic and stuff. So I was, like, getting hit by the boat. Getting hit by the boat and stuff, and like the screen is glitching out. I'm like at the edge of the zone getting hit by a boat, and like I'm trying to drag my corpse, and then I start like dragging it the wrong way a little bit, and I start sense heading, like trying to figure stuff out, but I already dragged it a little bit the wrong way. Then I get hit by the boat and it like loads. I'm like, what's going on? Did I die? And then it loads in, I'm on the boat in Ocean of Tears. Like I was swimming with my corpse. And all of a sudden, I'm on the boat in Ocean of Tears. I'm like, what is going on here, Vera? It must have, like, hit me, knocked me into the zone line or something. I don't know. Like, I got on the boat, like, from the bottom, I guess. So then I have to ride it all the way back to Butcher Block and all the way back to Freeport again. And this time, I'm hitting corpse button, and it says it's too far away. I dragged it too far away from the boat now. So now I just have to jump in the water and look around for it. And it's nowhere to be found. I looked everywhere in Freeport water. And it's not even that big, but it's like big enough that it's annoying. I was looking around. I can't find it. It's nowhere. So I just end up having to, like, swim around the entire place just hitting the corpse button. Now, finally, I find it. It was, like, under the ground. Like, it wasn't even visible. I finally find it just by chance, like, hitting corpse button. So, and I'm trying not to drown the entire time, you know, like, I'm looking, and then I'm like, oh, crap, I'm drowning, and I have to go up to the top. Looking, oh, crap, I'm drowning. I go back up to the top. Yeah, and then I find it finally. Like, it was invisible, like, under the ground. And I drag it back to the dock. I bound at the dock before I jumped in the water. Like, it wasn't stupid, but... Finally got it. I might make a video, because I don't know if anybody's ever died on the boat. Like, nobody knows what happens. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot to hear good about the channel. Comment below. That was my enchanter, actually. Darn boats. I know. The boat hit me. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me today. Mark, Classic, Sauna, Professor, Wormskull. Been a few months since my last perfect dungeon run. You gotta pick the same room every time. And if you want to switch rooms, you gotta wait until you get a perfect and then switch. That's just how it goes. I know it sucks. You could be on like 3 bad rooms that are like horrible, but you still want to wait till you get a perfect to switch. The worst thing you can do in the dungeon is like switch every day to different rooms, because you could just be picking the worst rooms every day and having horrible luck. But if you stick on the same 3 rooms every day, it's gonna hit it's gonna hit eventually. It has to. And if you just don't like the 3 rooms you're picking, I wait until I get a perfect and then I switch, because you know it would have been perfect the next day if you would have kept going. So you might as well be switching around every day if you're just gonna switch whenever you want. So I just pick the same 3 every day. That's what I do. Mark says, took me 13 cosmics for Stella. Mark was here. Glorfindel. Sauna, Yoke, Professor. We got, it's July now, y'all. Bruce was here. Chad with a 2 was here. Cat was here. Wormskull, Bruce, Cat, Mark, Trey was here with the 3. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Like, literal legend of the channel. Trey Bobuff. His membership, he's been a member for, like, as long as you can be a member. Like, that's what I mean. It's, like, impossible to be longer. That's why he's a legend. We got Yoke, we got Sauna, we got Bruce, we got Chad, Professor, Tyrion Shark, Professor, Yoke, Tyrion, Chad. Chad with the 2 thumbs up. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. You're up there, too, bro. You're probably top 5, top 3. Crowseed was here. Allie was here. Efley was here. JM Ricks was here. Simba got gifted by Sauna. Thank you so much, Sauna. You're a legend. Wormskull with the 5. Thumbs up. You're a legend. Anita was here. Membership. Oh, yeah. Went to Ivy. Where's Ivy? Hawaii? Stacy. Sauna. Anita was first. Stacy was second. Sauna was third. We gave up on Livewire. We gave up on... He must have fell off his surfboard, got eaten by a shark. Now Ivy's surfing in Hawaii. Just kidding. He's probably been here in the last week. I'm just... being sarcastic. Yeah, but I got it back. I got it back, Classic. I might make, like, a story time video and just talk about it, because that was fun to explain. But I'm out of here, y'all. I got a bunch of crap to do. It's Monday, and Mrs. Cindy's home, and you know how it goes. Tomorrow we can probably have some more fun. But have a good day. You're the best. Peace out. See you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. EST, or somewhere around there.